Should be live.
Yay! Hello. Appears to be doing a thing. Possibly. Our usual laggy adventures. Okay. Vermont Internet. Hello, folks. Sound off in chat if you're there. I'm about to send my invitation so that Krista can join me in our shared farm that we've been messing around with for 3 years and change of game time. There's your invite.
Under a different thing, a different save, but all of the sound settings are individual to saves, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we go.
But yeah, Eli's made the hollow bread several times using your recipe, and it's great.
3 times in a row. I could not resist. It was wonderful. Great. Good morning, honey.
So the last time we streamed this, we were using a brand new farm, and we talked a lot about the weird stuff that happens. And this farm is actually into year 3. And we've completed a lot of the main, what people would consider the main story. There's a lag.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Eli is concernedly glancing over at the chat.
Yep.
But yeah, so, and now I've completely lost what I was saying.
We're in year 3, we've done a lot.
Yeah.
We've gotten married, we had a kid, we have 2 kids, actually. We have a baby now.
Right, so this is a co-op game again. And we found out that you can get married.
And if you're married and you click on each other, then that happens. It's cute.
We managed to craft the wedding ring. So this was our oldest kid.
His name is Tim. I'm Roy, by the way, they're the red hair. And Krista's Dick, because that's how it works.
She's gonna sleep until she's a toddler.
Yep.
And so we've upgraded the house. But here's the thing. I didn't think about it when I went to do the upgrade. Because we were going to upgrade the main house, right? Because you have the main house, and then whoever is hosting the game lives in the main cabin, which is just the cabin that exists for all games. And then the co-op players exist in little smaller cabins on other parts of the grounds. So I got overexcited when we finally had enough resources to upgrade the house that I just went and did it, but I am not the host, so I accidentally upgraded the small cabin.
So we have a TARDIS house. The tiny cabin is the one with the extra rooms and the nice kitchen and everything. And this main house over here is where I throw all of the random spare shit. And this is our storage, is this house down here on the right.
I'm being asked to turn down the music more.
Okie doke.
Let's try that.
How is that for music-wise?
Yeah. Let's just show it inside the main cabin.
I may have redecorated a little bit since you were last in here.
TARDIS house is the best possible type of house. I agree. Yeah, so Eli...
I just throw random stuff in here when I want to. Krista never comes in here, so this is her first time seeing this.
Yeah. Also, like, we were going to upgrade the house to get... Because there's 3 levels of upgrade. This is the first level.
Yeah.
Where you get a separate bedroom with a separate, like, living room, kitchen area. Then the second upgrade, you get that little extra space upstairs and the kids' bedroom. And then the next upgrade after that, you get a basement. And Eli likes to have a basement because they like to fill it with
wine.
Aging.
It's a wine
barrels.
And cheese cellar.
So Eli did the same thing I did, where they got all excited that we had enough to finally upgrade to get the basement, and they went to do the upgrade and accidentally upgraded their cabin.
Accidentally got a kitchen.
Yeah, let me show you the basement. That's just full of oak barrels or whatever.
Casks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, a single bottle of finely aged wine.
The point of these is that you make wine via a different keg, and then you can put the wine in these, and it ages it more, and it becomes a higher grade. These little stars are the different grades. So you have the silver star, that's the lowest grade besides just not graded at all, and then the gold star, and then did you just grab the iridium star one?
I just grabbed the iridium star one. It is a single bottle of perfect starfruit wine.
The iridium star one is just a purple star, but yeah, and now everything is throbbing.
It's brewing. Also, you may remember this from our last Stardew Valley stream, that the quality goes silver, gold, and irradiated.
Yep.
And that's the in ascending order of quality. So I just sold a very expensive bottle of well irradiated wine.
Yeah, so these are the kegs that you make the initial wine in. This is my family of flamingos. You can buy them, you can only get them
once a year.
Yeah, at the Easter,
yeah.
not Easter, the egg hunt. I think you could sometimes get them at from the wagon.
Yeah.
The jukebox lets you change the music if you want. And this is the teleporter to the desert.
We just have a teleporter on our farm.
Which you didn't see.
One.
You didn't see the desert last time because you can't get to the desert until you fix the bus. Oh wait, let me get my tools out of this box.
We were deep in the desert last night in game time, and so it has...
I have so much stuff in here.
Yeah. And so we are still equipped from our last dive.
Yeah. Oh, this is our horse. You can ride him around, and he's faster than walking.
His name is T-Car.
Because we have a whole Teen Titans thing going on here. I'm just gonna dump some of this stuff. You can go away.
I have been harvesting, so I am now selling some crops. But I will remember to put all of the tomatoes into the fridge.
Negative says yes, I remember getting upset about that. About the iridium stuff. And also, wait, what? Teleporter? Yes, I'll show you in a second. Once I finish clearing out my inventory.
Once we've cleaned up the mess that we made as we staggered home from the desert last night.
And by last night, we mean like a few days ago.
Last night in game time.
Also, I'm going to address the giant pink thing there in a second. Okay, so the giant pink thing. Not that anybody asked, but it's there.
It's there.
So if
it
you
demands explanation.
If you leave a block about this big of a single crop that has come to full ripeness, and you just let it sit there, there is a chance that some night it will merge into a single giant version of itself.
And this will only happen for some things. It's not every crop.
Right.
But for melons, for example.
Yeah.
that is supposed to be a melon.
The reason that it's craggy is because it uses the model for the asteroid that will randomly, or meteor, or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
that will randomly strike your farm the first spring or summer-ish.
Yeah. Well, it's been happening every year now.
Yeah, on this one.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that for any other game. Can I crack this open and see what happens?
Do it! Crack the melon!
I've never seen this, so am I actually hitting it?
I'm not sure the pickaxe is the thing, but what else could it be?
I don't know.
The axe, maybe?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Hey!
And it just gives us a bunch of melons.
I just got 15 melons from that.
Which is a lot more melons than were planted here.
Yeah, this is a 9 melon block, and I got 15 melons out of it. Beautiful.
You'd think I'd be done being bewildered at this game, and yet.
And nope.
This little hut here, because we completed the community center, those little apple fairies, the Junimos, you can build a hut for them, and they will harvest plants for you.
Yeah, I already picked up the coffee beans and blueberries that they harvested.
God, it's already 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, this is what happens. I'm just over here in our fermentation station making wine.
Alright, wait. Oh, everybody's inside.
Yeah.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30 p.m.
So, let's see. Since we started, I don't think we'd even gotten into animals at that point.
Yeah, we had not.
That's how giant fruit works, right? It turns into lots of small fruits. Exactly.
Yes.
So the very first thing that most people get, because it's the cheapest and it's like a level 1 animal thing, are the chickens, the normal chickens. So these were our initial chickens, and then you can upgrade the coop, which allows you to get the ducks, and you can upgrade it a third time, which lets you get the rabbits, and then there are the void chickens.
A witch comes to your coop in the night and curses it, and a black egg appears, and if you incubate the black egg, then a void chicken hatches.
But that's not all. These are our dinosaurs.
Oh yes, there's also the dinosaurs.
So one of the artifacts is a dinosaur egg, and oh, Nick, hi Nick.
Hi Nick.
Because duckies.
Yay.
In theory, the dinosaur egg should be donated to the museum along with all of the other artifacts. But if you happen to have a coop with the second level coop, it comes with an egg incubator, and if you put the dinosaur egg into the egg incubator, it will hatch a little dinosaur.
And now we have 2.
And then here's our barn. I don't think the barn has anything weird in it.
Nope.
It's just cows and the pig that digs up truffles and the goat and the sheep. If you can get anything weird in the barn, I haven't heard about it yet. Oh, this is the void mayonnaise that you can make from the void eggs that the void chickens lay.
The void mayonnaise, according to the description, smells like burnt hair. I don't remember whether you can eat it and it's just poisonous, or whether you absolutely cannot eat it. But either way, it's not.
I think you can eat it, but it doesn't taste good or something.
Yeah.
Negative says, I'm going to play this game just to get a dinosaur.
Yes.
Yes. This is the greenhouse. It's one of the things that gets fixed by the Junimos. I don't remember which bundle specifically is the fixing thing. Demetrius, who is the scientist that lives with the carpenter up on the far edge of town by the mines, he comes by eventually to set up that cave that I was just in, and you can either have it set up to grow mushrooms or to attract bats that will drop fruit.
And of course we needed a bat cave.
Yes.
It was very important to have a bat cave.
Also, again, you know, the way that lightning works, these are lightning rods, and when they get struck by lightning, they make batteries.
Yep. It's energy efficiency.
We're gonna pass out.
We need to go to bed.
We've tapped a bunch of these trees so that we're getting like maple syrup and pine tar and oak resin. These are our tea bushes, which we just found out about. We didn't even know about them during the last stream. We put in a bunch of fish ponds and they give us fish roe. We can turn into caviar, and I just passed out.
I just barely made it to bed.
Alright, I guess we'll go to the desert tomorrow.
Yeah. I think we should finish the tour of the fermentation station and then go to the desert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that 20,000 gold that we just got, most of that was from that single bottle of perfect wine.
I don't think I've had a single, like, a farm on my own where I've brought in, like, double-digit money at overnight.
Also, this thing here in the kids' room is a butterfly terrarium, and it's the reason there are butterflies everywhere.
Negative says I love that lightning rods grow batteries.
There are no factories in this world, and so... Oh hey, it's raining. Also, there's coffee.
Yeah, so if you pass out outside, regardless of even if you're on your own property, somebody will find you and charge you for it. Well, Linus doesn't charge you for it.
Yeah.
Linus is the nice dude who lives out by the train tracks in a tent.
He is the guy who lives in the tent in the woods. Us being Vermonters, we know that guy.
I'm putting fruit into the fermentation station.
Holy crap, we
This
have
is the
a lot.
mill.
We have a lot of radioactive ore.
Nice. The mill is what gives you rice and wheat, or not wheat, flour.
Sugar.
And sugar! You can throw beets in it and it makes sugar. Yeah, here's all of the kegs. The kegs make wine and juice.
Yeah, what's the juice down there?
Beet juice.
Hey.
If you throw vegetables in it, it makes juice. I've made garlic juice before, that's fun.
Wheat? No, they don't do wheat juice. They do beer out of wheat, but...
And these dudes make caviar out of the fish roe and jam. Jam out of fruit, pickles out of vegetables.
Yep, and caviar out of fish roe, which we collect from our fish ponds.
Nick says, wow, very American with Stardew Valley. We found you in trouble. You're in debt now. Luckily, we can afford 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Negative says the way they pulsate is vaguely worrying. I agree. I hate it, honestly. But yeah, so the tea bushes, there is a bolt of lightning.
Yep.
The tea bushes, apparently the only sure way to get them is to befriend Caroline, who is the wife of the guy Pierre who runs the general store, and she gives you the recipe to build a tea bush, and they generate tea leaves for like the last week of the season.
Really? Only a bit of a time a season?
I think when they get a little bit older, they'll start doing it more often.
Neat.
But for now, they're only doing it during that last week. Also, this is the dude that got struck by lightning, and so now it's throbbing, because that's how you know something is working in this game. is it's throbbing. Nick says me and Mrs. Jones tea bushes. Yes, exactly. These are our crab pots. Sometimes they give us fish, most of the time they just give us garbage. But the recycling bins over there turn the garbage into something vaguely useful. Shall I go to the desert?
Yeah. I'm coming with you. Let me just make myself a cup of espresso first. There we go.
Probably not gonna go into like...
We're not gonna...
Not gonna go deep into the caves.
Yeah.
Let's see, I haven't actually used this yet. But we'll see what happens. It says recipe to build a tea bush. Build. Yes. You can also build seeds.
I mean, sometimes the building of the seeds is like you take this seed and then you do something with it for a while, or the ingredient for the seed is this other seed. Alrighty.
Ready?
Ready.
So
no,
just
I'm
click
gonna
on it,
take some
right?
food. Yeah,
You
click
do
on
that.
it.
There we go.
And it takes
This
some
is the desert.
provisions.
This is the desert. This is where you get coconuts and cactus fruit. And also beets.
Beets too. Hello, darling.
You can buy beet seeds here. This is Sandy. I love her. I want to date her.
Oh, I should have brought a flower for her. Oh.
Yeah, you get a bunch of stuff here. It doesn't change a whole lot. There's a secret casino up here, but we haven't finished the
Side quest
Yeah.
needed to get
That's the one. That's one of the few side quests that we haven't completed yet.
It's the one that will get the approval of the guy who runs a casino, because that's really approval that we want.
Also, there's a dragon skeleton here. And there's the bus. It's just here.
Yep. We'll just chill out here until we're ready to go back.
This is the place where if you bring, it's called a prismatic card. It's a gemstone that's
It's a rainbow
full
rock.
of rainbows. Yeah. If you bring it here, then you get the really good sword.
This is where the space sword comes down to Earth, because it loves the rainbow rock.
And there's the trading station, which doesn't take money. It
Nope.
only takes gems and geodes. Oh, this thing!
Yay! 3 prismatic shards. Good freaking lord.
It's very good though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is a pain. This okay. This mine is a pain, cause like the mine in town, every time you go down a level, it saves that. Every 5 levels it will save. So you can like leave it and come back to it and just be in that, start off where you left off. But this place doesn't do that.
So you have to start at level 1 every single time you enter, and the challenge that we have been issued is to get to level 100.
Which we're not doing today.
We began at 4 p.m. We will not be doing that. We have come in this mine directly first thing in the morning and spent all day here and gotten down to level 70 or so.
I think we got kind of close to level 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm convinced that the only way to do it is to just have enough. Like, you can build a staircase to drop down levels, and I'm convinced the only way to actually get down to level 100 is to just have enough staircases on you to get down there.
There's a ladder down here.
Negative says, as someone who lives in a desert, palm trees and cacti don't really grow this close together. That's fair.
Don't palm trees actually need more water rather than less?
Yeah.
The bloodstone spire is actually a craftable item that you can get. Flying eel. The bloodstone spire is actually a craftable item that you can get from the demon who lives in the sewers. We'll introduce you to him later.
Nick also says, ah yes, the join the mob side quests.
That
I don't know that you join the mob, you just get access to the mob's casino.
Yeah. It's a passive membership.
Negative asks, why do you have a sword in this farming game?
Because
there are flying eels that want to eat you.
Yeah. We're in the adventure portion of the farming game. It's the same reason that I have bombs. It's because sometimes you need them. Boom.
Bailey Anderson says, hello, hope you're having a great day. Hello, hope you are too.
Hello.
Nigger says, yeah, palm trees are in oases, and the cacti are not. And Nick says, you're 100% serious, aren't you? About which part? I mean, yes, we haven't lied or exaggerated about anything.
About the Bloodstone Spire specifically? Yeah, I gotta introduce you to Krobus. Oh, nuts. I need to eat something before I die.
You can't kill these bugs, by the way. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, they are unkillable metal bugs.
Anyway, we spent a lot of time in the mine.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go introduce people to Krobus.
Okay.
And we didn't bring the little logs that will teleport us back home, so we'll just have to catch a free ride on the bus. That technically shouldn't be here because we didn't take the bus in.
Oh my god, you're driving the bus.
Why
Did
am
you
I
see
driving
that?
the bus?
You're driving the bus because we
You're
warped.
driving the bus on your screen.
We warped to the desert. We didn't ask Pam, the bus driver, for a ride. We just warped to the desert and the bus was there.
hilarious.
So now we drive the bus, I guess. Wow. I wasn't actually expecting
Amazing.
that. I guess Pam's, usually, like, after hours, Pam's at the saloon. So we drove the bus.
I'm also going to show you the finished community center,
Hmm.
which I think we showed you was kind of, run down.
Yep. Ratty and rundown and sad.
And now it's all finished, and the clock works, and there's furniture and rugs and a fire and a fish tank that doesn't have anything in it.
Can we put fish in there like it's a fish pond?
Ah,
We should try that.
we should try that. I don't have any fish.
Me neither, nor do I have a fishing rod, but still.
And there's the craft room, the pantry, and little kitchen, which you can't actually use.
It is a beautiful facility and an absolute shame that the townspeople are not yet programmed to use it.
Yeah.
Sebastian's out here, by the way.
What?
Your boyfriend Sebastian is here. Down this way. There he is.
Why would I ask you to go swimming at 10 o'clock at night when it's raining?
Sebastian, I have a present for you. Yay.
Let's see if he likes cactus fruit. Sort of.
Sebastian
fine.
doesn't like things to eat.
It's pokey though. It's spiky, just like his personality.
You're saying that he looks at a cactus fruit and has like an inner Evangelion episode about the hedgehog's dilemma play in his heart.
I have not seen Evangelion.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one who pointed out that he likes the frozen tear because he is a goth kid.
I mean, I'm not wrong. Anyway, we're in the sewers and this is Krobus. Hi, Krobus. Krobus is a shadow person and I love him. Sign of the Vessel! A decorative piece for your farm! Also known as the Bloodstone Fire. I also got the monster fireplace for my hut because I wanted it.
Did you know?
I did.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive thing in the game.
Yeah, 2 mil. We have 1/10 of that now. So it's getting late.
It is getting late. I should show you the movie theater tomorrow. too.
Yeah, let's go to the movies tomorrow. But first I'm going to give Leah cactus fruit. She loves it.
At least someone does.
You You take the high road and I'll take the low
road. You have to finish the song.
Do I? Because I don't know any other words.
And I'll get the goblin before. I know it because of the Animaniacs.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. It's 1:30. You're going to pass out again.
I know. You got me.
If you at least pass out inside your house, someone doesn't come and pick you up and put you to bed.
Well, someone does, clearly, because you wake up in bed.
This is true.
Also, because this isn't Eli's cabin, if Eli passes out in this cabin before they get into bed, they'll wake up in their bed in their own cabin.
In my sad bed in my weird cabin full of green things and soon to be full of bloodstone spire.
Oh, I want to. This is a sloth skeleton. You get it in 3 pieces as different rewards for filling up the museum. And like, it doesn't tell you that they belong together. It just gives you these randomly. And it didn't occur to me, it didn't occur to either one of us to actually put it together. Like, that it might be a smaller part of a larger whole, until I was like, oh, these are 2 skeletons on a post. I'll just stick them next to each other in the house. And then they just sort of slotted together. And I told Eli that, like, did you know? Did you just not tell me?
The answer is no. I didn't know. Also, you're better at collecting things for the museum than I am, so I think you definitely got those first.
Maybe. There's a cat snoring behind us.
Excellent.
What were we gonna do? Oh, we were gonna go to the movie theater.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm coming.
Oh, we also fixed the mine carts. So these were just sort of laying around last time. We didn't actually do anything with them. You can't do anything with them until you complete the boiler room?
Yes.
Yeah, the boiler room in the community center. But once you do that, you can just zip around down instead of walking everywhere. To the museum. Still reading.
Yep.
We've got a lot of this stuff, but we're still missing some things.
Yeah, I think for the missing things, we might just have to focus on getting artifact troves from the trading post out in the desert.
Yeah. Oh, this is the prismatic shard.
It's the pansexual gem.
Yep. Yeah, these are all dwarf and elf stuff. And that's the dinosaur egg.
Chillin'.
You know, another dinosaur egg. There's these random weird dolls.
Those dolls show up all over the place, and I hate them.
No, you know what shows up all over the place for me?
Yeah.
It's friggin' chicken statue.
Yeah.
I've had farms where I've dug up chicken like at least 3 chicken statues in a single day on the farm. Negative says, this game is already so weird, it may as well have random rib cages on display stands. I mean, yeah. Are you coming?
I'm coming. I'm just pausing to buy some wheat seeds because we're nearing the end of the season.
Oh no. So this used to be the Joja Mart.
We destroyed the Walmart with community presence, and then we prevailed upon the magic of the apple fairies one last time and had them turn it into a movie theater.
Let me explain that in English. There used to be a JoJo Mart here. When you complete the community center, there's a cutscene where the regional manager, I think, or something of the JoJo Mart comes into the community center to like talk shit and confront Pierre because they've been actively like butting heads. And you have the option to either try to convince Pierre to settle this rationally and peacefully, or you can encourage him to just punch the dude. I think we mentioned that. And
direct action.
Yeah. So we just encouraged him to punch the dude. Yeah. And so JoJo Mart got run out of town, and the building was just derelict, and they added a new bundle inside the derelict JoJo Mart
that the Apple Fairies wanted. The Apple Fairies wanted specific things like they do in the community center, except it was very specific, very expensive things.
Yeah. Things like the caviar and
nice
iridium
wine.
Quality wine.
Yeah.
So we finished that bundle, and it turned the building into a movie theater. Negative is asking about the museum where they're displaying dino eggs and weird dolls right next to each other. What kind of organization system do they have? So
that's me. That's my fault, actually. Believe it or not, that one's on me.
So the museum just has those shelves, like they're just empty shelves, and you get to decide where things go.
Whoever donates also curates.
Yeah.
And as an ex-curator, I do kind of hate that, but it is the truth.
So, like, normally on my saves, I try to, like, leave the stones in sort of a rainbow.
Krista has organization. I just throw shit on this shelf.
And, like, we could change the organization if we really wanted.
Yes.
And, like, that's why all the bones are up here in one spot, and, like, the man-made stuff is over here, and, like, the fossils are down here, all in the same row. But, yeah. You can blame the organization on us, not on the game. Nego says, in that case, I'm disappointed in your lack of organization.
It's also kind of difficult because every object, you place every object in there as you gain it and give it out. So if you don't have a sense of what's coming or what you might be able to discover in this space, then what happens is you go, oh, I got a fancy gem. Maybe I'll get 10 more fancy gems. I'll put it in this space with 11 spots, and then you get 50 more fancy gems. And it's like, well, either I'm going to sit here and very slowly reorganize everything, or it's just all messed up now. You know, curating is usually begun with a complete collection.
Also, if you see these little arrows that are just sort of sitting here, I leveled up to the point where it let me choose to get hints about where forage items are, and that's what those arrows are. They're just pointing me towards stuff that I can pick up. The green ones are actually in the river, because the stones up by the cave, up by the mines, got dug out, and so now there's just ore sitting around in the river, and you can pan for ore. Are you ready?
Yes. Hello, darling. Would you like to go to a movie with me?
Yes.
Do you want to invite anyone else?
No, let's just go.
Okay.
Yes, I'm seeing a movie entirely by myself.
With your spouse.
This is Marlin. He's the guy who gives you a sword. And his buddy Gil. For you.
Corner guy.
Maybe you shouldn't stand in front of the AC vent.
There's the crane game works.
Hey! We've only been here once before.
One,
Ooh, I want a Junimo.
two.
Ah, no.
I achieved the stuffed bunny.
Oh my goodness. I didn't get anything.
You got 3 chances.
No, no. What is that?
A
Is it
bear?
a dog? It looks like a dog. It's got pointy ears.
What? Oh my gosh, that was
What?
weird. It dropped before it got there, but it knocked something else around. That's neat.
I wanted a Junimo.
Big Chungus Teddy. Crane.
Well, futon bear. Furniture? Can I sit on it?
Anything that you can just stick inside your house is classified as furniture, even if it's like a house plant. Or you can't buy me a snack?
You can't even buy yourself a snack.
You have to buy a townsperson a snack, even if you come here with your spouse.
Let's aggressively make out in front of them.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on a double date here.
It was cute. But yeah, anything is classified as furniture if you can put it down inside your house, including all the house plants, some weird statues, the fireplaces,
Okay.
some books.
I wonder if it's a different movie this time. It's not.
It's the same movie. And this is a movie based on the video game within a video game, which you can play at your friend Abigail's house. Abigail is the daughter of the general store guy and tea bush lady, and Abigail has a cute little shoot 'em up, which would not be out of place on an 8-bit console, which you can play with her.
Nick says the dinosaur egg can be placed inside your house. Is it furniture?
Sure.
It can't though.
It cannot. It's classified as an artifact. It can be placed in the museum, and you can't put it out on your nice coffee table. I wish you could.
Do we want to read this narration?
Eh.
Otherwise we're just gonna be sitting here in silence.
Okay.
We don't have to.
The evil outlaw. Blah. With his fucking gay-coated eyelashes. A single shot explodes the water tower! And that definitely stops an avalanche. When we were on the double date, this whole movie was interspersed with things like our dates getting their treats and us talking to them and them saying how much they liked it.
Eli's still watching the movie.
I'm just chilling out and watching the credits. Anyway, I have a present for you. Wait, no, I can't give it to you. Never mind.
I'm stealing the horse.
Oh no! How could you? Well, fine, I'm going to drink some coffee and I will get home faster than you on the horse.
I know it's getting late.
Also because I didn't take a detour up the river for mysterious reasons.
I shouldn't have done that. I was gonna run by Robin's house, but I shouldn't have gone up that way anyway.
The passes are too narrow for horses.
Yeah. Ah, what did I do?
I don't know what you do.
Let's see if I can make it.
You're just gonna pass out every single night?
I didn't pass out last night. I made it to bed.
Oh, good.
Robinson's. And there's the train tracks. We didn't get to the train tracks last time either because they...
We're blocked.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow we should actually check on the animals, which we have neglected for 3 days.
I wasn't in charge of taking care of the animals.
We never decided that I was in charge of taking care of the animals.
You just did it, and
I
it
just
stopped.
remembered.
That's true.
Also, in case you're wondering why why Roy runs faster than Dick now, it's because Roy took a triple shot of espresso at midnight.
Nick says, I wish they'd let my movie theater have owls. Me too. Tim just likes to stare at us.
Tim is the creepiest baby, and I love him so much.
So wait, have we seen him running around yet? I don't think we have.
I don't think so. Yeah. He sometimes gets the zooms.
He's very fast, and it's very concerning. Move around. Do it.
Timbit. Tim will not perform on command for you. Tim is in the age of no.
He's just gonna stare and commune with the teddy bear.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Excellent. More beautiful wine has come to maturity.
It's raining again.
Wow. Summer thunderstorm, I guess.
Alright, let's actually do some farming.
I can see also the fermentation station is active.
For the blueberries.
Yay. The Junimos will only harvest crops when it's sunny. So, when it's like 3 days rainy, it's up to us to pick all blueberries.
We don't pay them, so...
Yeah. They just show up and helpfully pick things when they want to, which is to say when it's sunny outside.
Yeah, they have a little... Apparently, you can put a gem in the hut.
Yeah, in their little... Yeah.
Because the hut is sort of treated like a box, and the gem that you put in determines what color the Junimos are.
And so they're now all a deep purple, which I love. Let's see, it's only the 20th of summer, and wheat takes 4 days to grow, and the season ends on the 28th, so we can replant the wheat.
Carefully trying to not pick the flowers, because we want the flowers to stay there for the bees.
Yep. Because when the bees have a specific flower next to their little beehives, they make flavored honey.
Are we holding on to the starfruits? Right, clearly.
Nope.
These are the bait bins, worm bins, whatever they're called. I forgot to put my little weird dog thing in the house.
You're fleshy.
They generate bait.
They breed the worms. I imagine them as just like little earthworm colonies, each one, and then we're just taking some off the top.
The recycling bins. These are the beehives.
Ah!
Oh, this is the statue that we got from Grandpa.
Yeah, our grandpa who left
Eli's
us the farm.
grandpa, technically.
I mean, whatever. Our collective grandpa who left us the farm.
Yeah, he judged us worthy.
Yep. we had 3 good years on the farm, and at the dawn of the... Well, we had 2 good years, and then at the dawn of the 3rd year, he appeared to us in a dream and said, "You're a great farmer." And then the candles on his grave lit, and this statue appeared, and the statue gives us radioactive ore every day. And that's the blessing from our dear departed granddad. And that's just how it is.
And sometimes the fish ponds ask for stuff.
Ah,
The lobsters want clay.
sure. It's nice when, you know, animals under your care will actually, like, tell you what they need. Oh good, there's a harvest of fruit in the greenhouse, which I'm going to turn into wine.
Do you want wheat for brewing?
Nah.
Or, okay.
You can mill as much of it for flour as you desire. If you brew wheat, you do get beer, but beer is not that great. It doesn't restore a lot of energy, it doesn't get you very drunk, it doesn't sell for very much money. Like, if you really want to in this game, you can totally run a microbrewery and age it in your cellar until it's exceptional beer. You can even, if you want to be truly pretentious, just turn your entire farm into a brewery for IPA. Like, you can get an Indian Pale Ale. That's the thing you can do in this game.
Wait, negative, why do we need an exorcism? What specifically prompted this?
Is it Grandpa?
The lag is real.
It is. It's real and it's sad. I am just doing our fermenting processing space. But we definitely should not neglect the animals today.
Probably not. Yeah, once you get a kitchen, you can actually make food.
Very important. Did you give the lobster their clay?
No, I did not. Negative says, dead grandpa giving you a statue that makes radium. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, he gave us that statue, and then he said, "My soul is at peace," and he faded away dramatically into the darkness. So, I think maybe the statue giving was itself the exorcism, but it's left us with this fallout.
When did Tim get here?
Did he just appear behind you?
He just appeared. I did not see him there.
I love our stealthy child. Our stealth baby.
Anyway, this is our food box.
It's where all the cooked food goes for us to pack lunches for mining adventures and whatnot.
Alright, I should go put the hay down there in the silos.
Are there truffles, perhaps?
Yep. Sometimes the truffles are hidden.
I mean, they're always hidden. That's why we need the pig.
Know what I mean.
Yep.
There, we have 1,416 pieces of hay out of 1,680.
We're probably gonna be okay for the winter. Every animal eats one chunk of hay a day if they are not outside to graze on the grass. And most days, it's better for them to be outside. They're happier about it. But when it's raining... Oh shoot, have those doors been open all day for like 3 days of rain?
I don't know.
I think the doors have been open all day for like 3 days of rain. If we don't get a sick animal out of this, it will be a miracle.
Can the animals get sick?
I don't know. I assumed because that's what happens in Harvest Moon, but this is not Harvest Moon.
I know the animals can get, like, eaten by coyotes or something if
Yeah.
you don't have it fenced and you leave the doors open.
Huh. A new baby lizard hatched! We have a third dinosaur! What should we name the third dinosaur?
Was it lizard or lizard?
Lizard? With a question mark, yes. This is why you should have gone into the coop.
Nico says, but you still own the cursed statue. Also, Stealth Baby, coming soon to theaters.
Yes. What should we name our third dinosaur?
I don't even know what you named the first two dinosaurs.
Well, hop into the coop and check, because I don't remember either. We've had this theme going that nearly all of our farm animals are named after Beast Boy, because it's a Teen Titans theme, and Beast Boy is a shape changer who... Garfosaur and Garfosaurus are those two.
Is it just G-Rex?
Yes. Okay, it is. Okay.
Negative boy.
He's the void chicken. He is all darkness, so he is a Beast Boy AU, where he took after a different member of the Doom Patrol. Oh hey, there's another dinosaur egg. I'm just gonna fill this coop with dinosaurs, and you cannot stop me. Garfield. I love Garfield.
Wait, this one's Terra.
That's your fault. You're the one who said that one of them should be named Terra.
Did I?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Maybe that was when we were, like, pretending that we were going to name the animals something other than Beast Boy.
That's entirely possible. That was a theory that we once had. So yeah, we have Terra, and then we have Raven, and then we have all of...
Who's Raven?
The bunny. Because of that one
Oh, right. That one episode of Teen Titans.
Where she turns into a bunny because of shenanigans.
Negative asks, can you make Dino Egg Mayo in this game? Yes, you can. It's one of the things that you can complete that, the empty Jojamart bundle with. Dino Egg Mayo.
We did indeed give it to the Apple Fairies to get a movie theater. We gave it thick, grass green, grass-smelling dinosaur mayonnaise.
Oh, wait, do you want... I'm gonna show off your thing.
Yay! Show off my thing. So there are these flute blocks, and you can configure them to play a note so that when you run past it, different things, different tunes happen, and yeah. I did that thing, because I wanted to.
It's the theme song to the Teen Titans cartoon. Just to be clear.
Tiki.
Since I assume some people wouldn't know.
That's true.
Also, I have maxed out my friendship with the wizard, so now I have a star instead of just a little ball.
The wizard loves you.
And yet he talks shit.
It's one way he shows his love.
Is to just continue talking shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I have tended to the animals and started to process all of the eggs and milk and so forth. And I am giving... Oh, do you want to show the stream what happens when you satisfy a...
Yes!
The
I haven't seen the lobsters do it anyway.
Okay, cool.
Since we just started that lobster pond.
Yes. So when fish in a pond ask for something, you then bring that to their pond and throw it in, and when you throw it in, they show you how happy they are by jumping out. Where did I leave my dang fishing rod? There it is.
Why is it in there?
I don't know. It was probably a mistake. You can leave your tools in different boxes, and I do frequently, for mining or whatever when I need room in my inventory, and sometimes I just accidentally toss a tool in a box.
Toddlers tuck themselves into bed, but also don't ever actually sleep.
Tim is our creepy, creepy child.
Negative says they love the music bath. The horse doesn't love it. The horse can't make it past it.
It has the music bits have narrowed the path enough that a horse can no longer go down.
So if you're in the forest and you want to get back home, you have to go all the way back through town.
You know, I could probably move the music path if you asked me to.
Minerva's still snoring behind me.
Oh, that's what that is. Excellent. Or snoring. Oops.
What did you do?
I passed out in bed. I went to bed, but I didn't select the yes, I want to go to sleep thing, and so I just crawled into bed and passed out.
And now they're going to wake up in their own cabin.
No. Okay, most of that income was from 5 perfect bottles of starfruit wine. Just saying. Did a bird just hit our window?
No, I think it was just bugs.
Okay. We have nature. We were gonna go up to the mountain and into the woods and live stream from our actual nature today. And
I'm petting Minerva for you, Negev.
Yay. They're awake now. And instead, we got up there, and the house was being worked on, and there was no space for us, and we had to just turn around and come straight back down the mountain, and I'm still kind of sad about it. Anyways, I just woke up in my little hellscape of a house, which I have...
See, they are not here.
Yep. You should come over to my little hellscape of a house, because I have changed it.
Have you changed it
Yes.
since I was just there before?
Yes.
Okay, let me say good morning to our very self-reliant children that don't need us to be here at all, really.
They need less tending than the animals do. I got a bloodstone spire, so I had to redecorate to match the little blood sacrifice thing.
Oh no! That's horrifying! I hate it!
Good morning, darling. Wait.
No!
Wait.
I'm leaving!
No.
You can't
No.
stop me!
But what if I give you tomatoes?
No.
What? But... What if I bring you coffee? I have coffee for you. I made it for you.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Hello, Zoomy child.
Look how fast he moves!
Timmy.
He's walking on the wall. He was walking on the wall and then realized, maybe I shouldn't do this in front of my parents who are already kind of freaked out by me. And then went back and walked on the floor instead.
I'm so proud of you, Tim, you stealthy Robin child.
Very concerning. Oh, there's a Junimo. Little
Yay.
purple Junimo.
Apple berries, pigskin or crops.
Little purple Junimos. Nick says, oh no.
You thought that perhaps I was exaggerating, but when you said it, I knew I had to purchase it for my bedroom.
Nick says, isn't this how all quarantine household disputes start? It's all, you didn't water the tomatoes, or you put a demonic furnace and bloodstone spire in our room. Oh, the sunflowers finally bloomed.
Yay! And luckily the tomato watering is at least automatic.
Negative says, maybe your child is possessed by the ghost of your grandpa. There's definitely something going on.
I am 100% down for this as a canon.
I'm going to do some actual farming today.
Excellent. I'm gonna make some more caviar and also some strawberry jam. I think making strawberry jam is farming.
I agree with that.
Yay. I didn't mean for that to be as defiant. Came out.
And pick up honey.
Picking the fruit trees.
Nick says, I never realized Stardew Valley was this dark, lol. You wanna hear something else weird? This stump is just gonna grow back tomorrow.
Just as a stump, though. It is a regenerating stump. It will never become a tree again. I say again, as if it ever was.
Yeah, if you do the forest farm, wilderness farm?
Forest farm.
Forest
yeah.
farm. You just have, like, I think like 8 hardwood stumps that just continue regenerating every single day.
It's the only way you can get hardwood, which is very necessary for a number of things.
Well, you can get hardwood in the forest. Oh, the secret forest! We haven't showed you guys
Oh yeah,
Cinder Snap Forest?
Cinder Snap.
Yeah. Since it's not, you can't open it until you have at least the gold axe, I think?
Yeah. It takes a fancy axe to chop down the tree that blocks the way to Cinder Sap, I think. Forest.
Okay.
Oh hey, and it's sunshine, so I'm going to let all of the animals out.
Do you want the seed?
I always want rare seeds. I also want that house plant.
Yeah, the wagon shows up Fridays and Sundays. Just appears in the forest, and also you can pet it. Anyways, which you can probably hear better than we can.
Yeah.
This is the secret forest, and it has a bunch of these regenerating hardwood stumps, and also slimes. Which is why it can be a little bit of a pain if all you want is to get some hardwood.
I'm going to stock the fridge with eggs and milks. So you will have ingredients for your cooking.
And this is Old Master Cannoli. We've already fed him the secret fruit that he wanted. But
This is a statue that wants the sweetest fruit. And once you've fed him the sweetest fruit, he is happy and at peace. I don't know. It's just how it is.
there's usually more slimes in here. This is also pretty much the only place where you can get fiddleheads.
Fiddleheads, yeah. Some other foraging in the hall too. Some mushrooms.
Yeah. Except for the new levels in the caves with the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, the prehistoric levels.
Yeah, there's some levels with fire-breathing stegosauruses. And you can get dinosaur eggs from them sometimes. But those levels will sometimes have fiddleheads.
Oh, because ferns are prehistoric, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, so this is the little mouse that sells hats.
No. Right.
And he has different hats depending on what, like, stuff that you do. I like the mouse ears. I already have the mouse ears. Oh, the earmuffs are new.
Ooh.
But that's why I'm not buying the mouse ears. It's because I already own them.
I like how you feel you have to justify not buying the mouse ears.
Well, they're cute.
They're adorable.
I like the mouse ears.
They are.
I think they were one of the first hats that I ever bought. I don't even know. I don't remember what achievement you need to get in order to get them. I think it might have been a best friend thing.
Yeah, a socializing thing. Getting popular.
Yeah, that makes... No, not being popular. But,
Oh.
like, achieving a best friend in town.
Getting one purple star.
Yeah, which makes sense
Friendship.
because the, that very first game where I got them was also the only game where I actively pursued a social link with anyone. This is also the first game where I've actually had this tiny child talk to me at all. She's very shy.
But as long as you give her enough candy. It sounds a bit different backwards.
Just a little. I'm gonna throw the seeds into the gardening box.
Do it.
I managed to convince Eli to let me put together different boxes for things.
Organization.
Organization!
Who'da thunk?
We have so much slime, I don't think we need any more.
Well, at least not until we get a slime breeding castle.
Are we getting a slime breeding castle?
I mean, I've never really had one before, so I'd be
Me
interested
neither.
to get a slime breeding castle and see how it goes.
I think Tim needs a plant in his room.
Okay.
Tim and Leah.
Yes.
There are two of them.
There are.
Tim's bedtime is 7 o'clock. He puts himself to bed.
Yep. And then he lies there, eyes open, staring.
Nico says, fire-breathing dinos. Yes.
They're lovely. No, actually, they're kind of awful.
Let's see if there's any more. Oh, there's rice pudding.
Yay, rice pudding.
I like rice pudding. Like real-life rice pudding.
We should make some.
Do it.
Okay.
Clam chowder. Here's a tortilla. But we have so many tortillas. Wait, let me show you how many tortillas we have. 65!
Mm-hmm.
Which is fewer than we had before, actually. So you must have been making tacos.
I think I made a few, yeah.
Yeah, fish tacos. I don't have the recipe for fish tacos, so
Oh,
I can't do
gosh.
that.
Alright then, I will make more.
But we don't have any tuna.
Yeah, we do. I've been fishing tuna out of our tuna pond and stocking it
Oh,
in the...
okay.
We specifically got a tuna pond so we could make fish tacos.
Okay.
So, I have indeed been harvesting tuna from the tuna pond and putting them in the fridge for fish tacos.
Negev asks, why would you want to breed slime?
Well... I mean, I think it is... In a game where you can do a ridiculous number of things to...
Good thing we're not monetized.
In a game where you can do a ridiculous number of farming related things like raise animals and grow plants and whatever else, I think the idea of breeding exotic animals, exotic is a weird word, but like doing unusual farming things. Like, they don't have alpacas in this game, but they do have the slimes that you can like see when you go through the dungeon, and sometimes you see slimes like pursuing each other with little hearts over their heads, or like having I don't know, activity and life, and like pursuing other objectives than just attacking you. And I think that's really cool. And so, yeah, I wish to study the life habits of slimes. And the fact that they sometimes ding you a few hit points when they touch you. Well, they always ding you a few hit points when they touch you. Is just like, you know, it's like why you keep bees even though they might sting you. It's because they're interesting.
Here's the dinosaur mayonnaise.
Hey.
It's thick and creamy with a vivid green hue. It smells like grass and leather.
3 kinds of special mayonnaise. Did you show them the void mayonnaise?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Well, there's some in the fridge.
Okay. I don't think you can do anything with the void mayonnaise.
No, but it's got a good description.
No, I mean, I don't know why it's in the fridge, because you can't cook with it.
Oh, that's fair. I don't know either. It's in one of these 3 fridges. I've been putting animal products in this one.
There we go. A thick black paste that smells like burnt hair. Minus 75 energy.
Appetizing.
Which is why it's not used in recipes.
Because it's poisonous. You can just sell it, it's fine.
I am selling.
Excellent, good.
Nego says, I'm pretty sure slime isn't an animal. I think it's a mold.
Okay, but...
That's a good reason, actually, though. Slime mold is definitely a thing.
I think we should do a day of collecting rocks, and then try for the desert mines.
Okay.
And then by that time it will probably be around 6:30 or so, and we can call it a night.
Negative says you should eat the void mayo on a dare.
Are you daring me? Negative. Are you daring me to eat the void mayonnaise?
Okay, not should. They said you can. Tiny child!
Yay! Our tiny child is awake.
Oh, okay, I see. So, yeah, when they're a newborn, all they do is sleep.
Yeah.
Which is not... Eli's throwing them up in the air right now. I just can't see that animation on my screen. Yeah, so when they're a newborn, all they do is sleep. But once they get a little bit older, it looks like they wake up and you can just throw them around. You know what I mean! And then they turn into a toddler and they just run around being creepy.
And I think that is the final possible evolution for children in this game, is creepy toddler.
I'm good friends with Robin, and sometimes when you're good friends with people, they will send you things in the mail. Like wood, or a battery, or some beer.
I just got an energy tonic. Just sent me a 5-hour energy.
Negative says, yes, I am daring you to eat the void mayo. I'll stay awake for that.
I see it. I see how it is. Alright, where's some void mayo? Oh, I bet I have some in the presents box. Hey, there's also red cabbage to be harvested. That means more fish tacos. I'm picking that up on my way to the void mayonnaise. Where is it? There it is. Alright. See this? Here it is. Void mayonnaise. I'm doing it. Shoot! No, that's not what I meant to do.
I am further away now.
Okay. Nom. Crunch! Oh! Oh dear. I don't have any status effects or anything, but
their energy
definitely...
dropped down to like here.
Yeah. I certainly did lose 75 points of energy. At a nauseous moment. I hope you're happy. I suspect if I were of a weaker constitution, then 75 points of energy would be really substantial, but in this late game stage.
Nick says, that was a very dramatic crunch. Everything crunches like that. All of the food crunches like that. And it's really concerning.
The strawberries crunch like that. The
fried egg.
The fried egg makes that crunch. The rice pudding.
Negative says, especially considering it's mayo. I agree.
Crunchy mayo.
The soup crunches.
I mean, for things like the soup, and also, like, for a lot of these things, I default to imagining that, why did the lobsters keep giving us trash? Sorry. For a lot of these foodstuffs, I default to imagining that the farmer is just in such a hurry that they are eating the plate or the bowl or the mug. Hey, the tea bushes are flowering. It's just crunch, crunch, delightful flatware.
At least with like the clam chowder, the little illustration shows it with a cracker. But yeah, we did this experiment before. We wanted to do lobsters, but you can only catch lobsters in crab pots down in the ocean. So we had to wait until we caught lobsters. But we did have shrimp, and we weren't sure if you could use animals from the crab pots in the fish ponds.
Mainly shellfish, yeah.
So we threw some of the shrimp in there originally, just to see if it would work. And they also gave us a lot of trash, and I think that's just a thing that the crab pot animals do.
Are shellfish just trash machines?
I guess.
But why?
I mean, the shrimp also gave shrimp roe.
Yeah, this is true, some of the time.
Yeah, but mostly they were just giving us garbage. Okay, you wanna go down to the mines? Yeah,
let's go get some rocks. We are getting rocks specifically because, the rocks are the only ingredient to make, staircases, which will lead us deeper into the desert mines faster. And so what we are essentially doing is getting the materials to build shortcuts.
Negative says, you know how they found some shrimp that eat plastic and break it down? Well, your shrimp do the opposite. Also, they agree, you definitely ate the void mayo jar.
Crunch, crunch.
I just want to see what it is going to cost to build this line.
Okay.
It's worth it.
It is hilarious to me that they call it a hutch, because it really is a fucking castle!
500 stone, 10 refined quartz, and an iridium bar.
That's easy, I could bring that up now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do that. Stone, quartz, and iridium bar, and then we'll have a slime castle.
Hi, Sebastian! Hi, Sebastian!
Oh, we actually don't have 500 stone.
Oh.
We need more rocks.
Do you like blueberries? Yay!
Dick Grayson, everybody. Desperate to get every goth in the area to like him.
Speaking of which...
Manic Pixie Dream Goth.
Do you like rice pudding? Hey, that's one of the few times that response has been appropriate to what I gave her.
Usually when Abigail says that, it's because you've just given her a ruby or a topaz.
It's just her default, I really love this gift, dialogue. But she doesn't only love food. Oh wait, I should introduce you guys to the dwarf.
Hey, dwarf. He is here to sell us stolen goods. Redistribute wealth.
Do we have these?
We have one.
We should have two.
Okay. Where should we go?
I don't know. We could just start at the start.
Start at the start. Now see, in mining, Krista favors the traditional approach, where you break things apart with a pickaxe. And me, I like to blow everything up, and
including ourselves.
sometimes also us.
That's the thing. I just never remember that I have bombs.
Bombing.
I got away from it that time.
Good job. What are you laughing at? Ha!
It's so nice going through these like early level mines with the highest level pickaxe. Not having to stand here
Just
for
chop,
seconds.
chop through each rock 6 times before it breaks. Taking on early game challenges with late game equipment.
Also, sometimes there aren't enough rocks to justify using up a bomb.
This is true. A rock can be purchased for 100 gold from Robin, which I think is steep, but whatever, and a bomb costs 600 gold from the dwarf. So, in theory, the bomb should give us over 6 rocks, or it's not worth it.
I mean, you can also craft the bomb,
Yeah.
but that doesn't apply to this explanation
Yeah.
for when you should use it. Also, I never craft them. That's the other thing. Like, there's far more interesting things I could use all of this stuff on.
But here in late game, we've mostly made all of the stuff we were going to make out of iron ore and iron bars. So now we can just use all the extra iron ore solely for bomb making.
That's fair. I just, in general,
Yeah.
you know.
Sure.
So the bombs that I have are the ones that I've, like, picked up along the way. Like, they get dropped by some of the monsters, or you'll find them in, some of, like, the barrels and the boxes that are scattered around the caves. And I just use those. So they're a precious commodity.
Minerva says hello. Minerva is here on my lap. They have awoken.
We were gone all afternoon.
It's true, we were gone up the mountain, intending to be gone all night. But then there was no place for us to sleep, and so we are back. And at least Minerva is happy about it. Bomb. And by happy, we here mean they are here in my lap, headbutting my hand, trying to stop me from clicking the mouse. Your breath stinks. I hope everyone's had a decently okay couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've been distracted.
By all of the things. On all of the levels.
Minerva's trying to wiggle out of Eli's arms.
Because I have them in a headlock so that I can still play video games. It is a loose headlock. They could wiggle out if they actually attempted. It's getting late.
Maybe they just didn't want to be so close to the microphone, so y'all couldn't hear their very slight purrs.
There's something.
They don't want people to know that they enjoy affection from games.
And now you're shaming them, so they're leaving.
Yep. It's time to go to bed.
Okay.
Nego says, "Ah, best kitty."
It drew. We're not going to make it to bed, are we?
Might if we don't stop to try and sell shit.
Also, especially if we use my bed. I'm going to sleep in the murder hut.
You do that. We'll see if you make it to morning. And don't get eaten by that cat.
There, see? I made it to bed safe and sound.
So did I. It is 6:30.
Maybe it's time to call it a day. Friends, thank you for coming to stream.
Yes.
Hopefully next week we will actually, like,
So I can save this and turn it off.
Yeah. Do a video with our faces and shit. That might happen. Anyways. All our best to you and yours. I hope you have a great week. See y'all.